All right, guys, I threw down the challenge. Car needs to run in this episode, and they're over there working on it. So buckle up, put it in gear. Let's get the show on the road.
I think I'm in the right. Yeah,
I got it. Barely, but it's small.
Yeah, the threads are painted. It should be about halfway here, the fuel, I would think.
It takes forever.
Yeah. It's hitting harder, it'll turn. There you go.
Does it change when I open it?
I don't know if that did it. Did it go shh when you open it? So probably not.
I sat there messing with it. I have a spare.
Yep. Oh my God.
Are you pressing the brake? No. Oh, the clutch?
The 240 battery is giving them problems, so starter is not engaging. We're going to pull in the old Nissan POW and jump start it from the smallest car you've ever seen.
You got to start a Nissan with a Nissan. Probably going to need a new battery and a new starter. That starter was underwater.
Oh,
that's the starter off my Z.
One.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured I would try it.
I got you.
Because if it worked, it was free.
Yeah.
You know? And this battery is like lawnmower size. Literally, same cranking amps as my lawnmower.
Start the sewing machine.
Right. Try again.
So this starter was the one that was on the red car when it was flooded in 2016.
Yep.
So it's not really working. We're going to jumper it.
Let's see what it does.
Key is on.
Yeah.
Still not. Damn.
Yeah, starter motor.
Both starters that are here have been underwater. So he's taking it off. We're going to try to spin it over, not on the motor, and see what happens. But he did just order one.
Yeah.
And it won't be here till tomorrow.
Yeah, I finally decided to go ahead and order a starter now that I know that this one's probably toast.
All right, with the few phone calls to auto parts stores around here, we found out we can't get a starter till at least tomorrow.
Right, it's on order.
So we decided to take this one apart, and the brushes were stuck out. Only a couple were going in, which means we wasn't getting full voltage. So we got those free, and we're going to put it back together and see what happens. The fire extinguishers are out, though. All right, surgery is complete. We are going to test it, and it's going to work.
Absolutely.
It absolutely will.
I mean, we know the problem. We saw the problem, obviously. So, assuming we didn't break something. All right, I'm going to hook up. I'm good.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, look at it go. All right.
Yeah, we're about to start this car. All right, starter's going back on. I think it's gonna work this time. All 4 of the brushes are touching. I think only 1 or 2 were touching.
Yeah, maybe one.
Maybe 1. All the others were kind of stuck out from being submerged in, in water, of course. But this thing's about to start. We're waiting for somebody on the phone over there. Frederick needs to get off the phone before we can turn this thing, but we're going to give him his time. I'm sure it's a work call, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, work comes first. But so what did you do yesterday or this week?
Well, the whole reason it's actually even ready to try to start today is because yesterday I just completely worked till I was tired on it. I got all the plug wires done, run, plugs are in, got power to the electronic ignition, the Pertronics, and finished running the fuel lines. The hardest thing, the thing I did all that to try to avoid was hooking up the heater core, the hoses to the heater core, and I finally got that done. So that's out of the way. I'm able to sleep at night now, much better. So that, yeah, then I went to the inside and I started working with the center console. So you can see now the middle console where all the air stuff is in place, kind of just penciled in because I have to hook up all the heater cables. And then the center console's in. I even took some time to refinish the shift knob, and I actually chucked it in a drill to spin it so I could sand it easier. And it just came out beautiful. That's the shift knob that actually came with the car.
All right, first start up. Since it's been, well, this motor wasn't underwater, huh?
No.
Okay.
Give it a try.
Hit it.
All right. Okay, so it sounds like maybe out of time. Something is probably I smell some fire though happening. Look,
Yeah.
there's some smoke, but probably the previous technician, that would be me, hooked up maybe the spark plugs in the wrong order or something. So we'll double check that and try again in a second.
We have
Okay.
to be,
All right.
Ready?
Yep. Better. Go ahead. Open them. You're open? Oh, you were open. Okay, sorry.
I think I am.
All right.
Ready?
Yep. It's doing stuff. I'm going to go the other way.
I'm gonna consider that running.
Go ahead. Yeah, I think so.
I don't hear any knocking.
All right. Go ahead.
We're getting fuel here.
Good.
So it's coming out of the filter now.
Good. It'll soon hopefully fill the bowls. Go ahead. Again. Give it some gas. Hold a little throttle on it so that this goes through.
It feels like it's. Is that open?
Springs aren't on it. It just feels weird.
Okay.
Just, yeah, hold it about right there.
There?
Yep.
I don't like that.
Let me change the timing. All right?
All right, ready?
Yep.
There you go. Maybe.
Good way?
Open it.
That was good.
Open it. All right. Go ahead. Damn, tried to catch it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me see something. All right, I'm gonna watch for fuel coming out of that. All right, go ahead. A little fire blowing out.
Fire.
I mean, fuel, but I mean, that's running.
I mean, yeah, I need to get fuel to the bowls, but did start.
We got a leak here. Fuel leak right onto the alternator.
So yeah, I figured this one would be one that might leak, but it's this one?
Yep.
Okay, let's tighten that up. All right.
And what happened there?
I don't know, I didn't change anything. All I did was close the butterflies, really, which could be some of the problem. Let me see.
All right, it is the next day. You saw that we got it, or Paul got it, and who else was here? Fred. And
Cliff. Yeah.
Got it started, and it wasn't revving. It wasn't doing engine things, all the engine things yet, but it did a lot of what it needed to do, right?
Yeah, it didn't have fuel to the carbs yet. It took a while. This fuel pump is just a manual fuel pump, so it's very low pressure, low volume, just enough to keep the bowls filled. And it took a while for it to pull it from the rear.
Because I mean, everything was completely dry.
All new stuff, all empty down to the fuel filter. And now you can see the fuel filter's full. It finally got the rear, I guess the last one in line, the rear carb finally filled up and quit backfiring. And man, she leveled out real nice.
Yeah, and it was not really header, it opened manifold last night.
Yes.
You've put the exhaust on since then.
Yep, right after the initial startup for seconds, as you'll see, we finalized the install of the complete exhaust system. So it sounds much better.
He did get a new starter like we talked about, but the one that we rebuilt yesterday is still in. You said it clicks every now and then, but as far as spinning, it spins enough to start this thing.
Functional as far as torque, but it does still, I think there is still a little bit solenoid issue. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it, but it's a great spare. I mean, it turns. So
let's use that starter and let's get this thing going.
So cold right now. It hasn't run in probably 2 hours. We cranked it over earlier, and I checked a few things, revved it and whatnot. The only problem I have is I'm not showing any oil pressure on the interior gauge. That does not mean literally anything, because these new sending units, I have a cousin who, well, the Mitch, where we painted the car, he was working on a Z very recently, replaced the oil pressure sender and had zero pressure whatsoever on the interior gauge. He screwed an actual oil pressure gauge into the side of the block and had 60 PSI. So before I run it very long, I want to make sure that I verify that it does have oil pressure, or I may have to change the oil pump. Not a real common thing on L-Series engines for the oil pumps to fail. They're pretty much rock solid. So we're going to go from there, just make sure. But for tonight, we can crank it for seconds.
Let's go.
So let's see what it does.
See what happens.
I'm not even going to touch anything. I'm just going to turn the key. So let's see what happens. 1 second. Let me make sure, because I did pull out the center console, that I did
see that we're not in gear.
Put it in because the clutch would be obviously engaged. Okay, it was in neutral. Just got to check. So here goes. Well, that was easy.
Dang.
So it really runs smooth. Sounds great. It sounds like an electric motor up here. That's it. I won't run it much longer than that, but yes, it does fire up. It idles great. I think the carbs are they must be pretty close to being synced, because there's no sputtering or backfiring. I have not set the timing yet. That's just a general mid timing setting. So yeah, we're looking good.
Nice. And for that oil sending unit, when you were messing with the wire yesterday and grounding it, the needle was moving. So you do have connectivity between here and the gauge.
Absolutely, gauge functions.
It's most likely that sender right out of the box is probably broken.
Probably. Or not calibrated. It might be, I think it came from, Rock Auto or eBay, and it may be for a different year or I don't know, something to that effect. I just don't trust it yet.
Yep.
I want to verify.
I don't know if you guys remember, but he had an interior piece that was missing some chrome, and he was looking to, find some chrome fingernail polish that apparently is not made anymore, but he did find something, and some of you guys are probably looking for the same thing, so we're going to show you what he did and what it looks like.
Chrome had flaked in quite a few places on this bezel here. If you don't, just ignore the black because that's covered, and there's a couple black spots I need to touch up. Those are easy, but the chrome stuff here, and most of these they looked like this. Actually, they looked like plastic.
Yeah.
And so I ended up on Amazon finding this. If you have some chrome trim on an older car to touch up, it's good enough. I'll say that. Looks way better than peeled or flaked chrome.
Or model paint. Model silver.
Yeah, model paint silver is just, it's bright, but it's not this. This stuff really looks chrome. I'm very, very impressed. I mean, they don't give me royalties or anything, but I'm just impressed with this product. It's a 3-pack of markers, paint markers, and man, that looks good. That's good enough.
Nice. New tires are on. He went with the white letters out, BF Goodrich Radel TAs.
Yeah, race car look. You know, I wanted them white walls out. I'm going to go do some NASCAR.
And still need to paint the inside of the wheel, but that's not, doesn't need that to run and drive. So.
Yeah, at this point, we're kind of like deciding what needs to be done and what can be run with. And that's something that later on, after April, I could dismount half the tire and paint the wheel.
Okay, Paul and I have talked off camera about getting this car ready and debuting it at a Cars and Coffee Lafayette event in Carencro, Louisiana during their Easter kind of brunch cook-off. They call it Brunch and Beats in the Streets with my peeps because it's a brunch cook-off. We park in the street. Peeps because it's close to Easter. So we are going to debut this car there, and that's in 2 weeks from now.
And Beats, right? For music?
Yes, they do have music.
The live music,
yes,
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Dustin Gaspard played last time.
I don't know who this year is, but
yeah, but it was good. It was fun.
There's some beats, there's some brunch,
yep.
There's some streets,
and peeps,
and there's some peeps. So we're going to debut this car there, and that is actually 20 days before the actual deadline that we talked about when you got the car, when it was still on a rotisserie.
Yeah, and the goal is to drive it a little bit, obviously, before, I wouldn't finish it the day before Road Atlanta and take it 1,200 miles. So the goal is to drive it a bit before that, and that would be perfect. Yeah. It's at the point right now that if the fluids in the brake and clutch were bled, it would actually move forward because it runs, assuming, we talked about the oil pressure.
Yeah.
Assuming all that's okay, it would, at this point, have functional brakes, clutch, engine, cooling, basically everything that would make the car go. Yeah. So it'd be a great time to give it a little run in and figure out what's bad or good.
A little road test.
It's within towing distance for free with my insurance, so that's great too.
Yesterday, starting it up, how did that feel after seeing this car in the shape it was when you got it? Obviously, you saw an end in sight when you got the car because you wouldn't have got it, if you thought it was too far gone.
Something major was missing, or if something was rusted beyond recognition, I would have turned it down. But there was enough positive about it that I said, okay, we can do this. The engine was there. It was claimed to have 60,000 miles on it, so I did not open the engine, only resealed it.
Yeah.
Exterior seals, and seems fine. So, yeah, we had an end goal. Man, what a run. This is insane. Building a car is absolutely nuts. Repairing one is enough.
Yeah.
Much less completely redoing one. So it was an experience, as it always is, and super fun. Will I do it again? I don't think so, but
You're still young.
yeah,
You got plenty of years to do more.
I just have a lot of other things to do. But
Maybe take a break from completely rebuilding a
it'll be a
car.
long break. But this is a little more complex car than I've built complete in the past. I've done MGs and British cars. But was it worth it? My goodness,
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a brand new, basically, Z. And I mean, what a car to have.
Well, we're going to leave it there for this episode. We have one more episode we'll do next week. And then the week after that will be its debut. And of course, we're going to get that on camera too. What was that giggle for?
I'm nervous. A little bit.
Yeah, because the hood is not even blocked yet.
Yeah, that's got to be painted. We'll start that tomorrow night and hopefully have it painted by the following week.
I mean, really, man, the car is. I'm going to call the car done.
It's a viable car at
Yeah.
this point. It could, with bled hydraulics, it could roll. Yes. Could I? Would I take it to rob a bank? I won't rob a bank. But could I? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if I
If you
trusted
keep
that.
it running, that starter just start clicking.
Yes, that'd be bad.
So keep watching, guys. You're going to see this car start moving on its own. You're going to see it at Cars and Coffee for its debut. And then you know what he's going to do. And what's that?
Drive it.